We're going straight to our interview with the executive manager of the Africa Enterprise Challenge Fund. Now, this is a fund of $250 million for innovative new businesses across Africa. Andre Delevaux, welcome to Sunday Live. I hope I said that right. Going straight into it, let's talk about what you're doing at the moment, the program you've just launched, and what kind of businesses you're looking for.
Yes, thank you very much for having me here, Julie. Before I begin, may I perhaps take 1 minute of saying that our thoughts are with our grantees in Liberia and Sierra Leone, where we have a number of businesses that we support, and we really wish them well.
Yes, thank you for that.
So just starting off with your question, the Africa Enterprise Challenge Fund was established in 2008 under the Alliance for a Green Revolution Africa, which is an international NGO based here in Nairobi.
Focusing on agriculture. Yes.
Focusing on agriculture. And it started off quite small, $34 million. It's not small for some people, but actually in development terms, quite small. And then we grew really indeed over the last 6 years into a $250 million fund, have organized about 18 competitions, Africa-wide, many of them, some of them also country-based, and grew a portfolio of about 200 investments in 23 African countries. 23
African countries is significant. A lot of people watching right now are just wondering, what are you looking for? Can my business apply? Tell us, what are you looking for?
Yes, depends a little bit on the size of the business and its track record, if they have built up a certain experience in this. What we're basically looking for is small and medium-scale enterprises. That's the mainstay of our portfolio.
Right.
Who are based here in Africa. They may be partly from foreign investors, but certainly based here in Africa and aiming for the African market. And basically along two lines, aiming for a development impact, that means jobs and income for the rural population, as well as a successful business case, the viability of the business.
Right.
And the businesses that can convince our investment committee that they are going to achieve that can get our grants and or loans. It's always a combination.
Based in Africa with some kind of development focus and positive impact. Let's talk about the format of these loans or grants. What are we talking about in terms of interest, for instance, the details of it?
Yes, so the finance that we can provide is actually on a matching basis. It's only up to 50% of the investment that's required. The other 50% comes from the business itself.
Right, so they have to be able to raise some capital.
Yes, and that shows already, because our finance can vary between $250,000 as the bottom line and $1.5 million as the maximum. It shows already that we are aiming for businesses that have been around and that have a certain capital base to be able to match ours. Now, our finance is flexible. We certainly look at the strength of the business case, the innovation and the risk that they are taking, perhaps a new product, a new service that they want to provide, and they don't know yet if the market will really catch on. So we will diversify our contribution and then look at what the grant element should be and what the loan element should be of that finance.
What are your final words? Your contacts are actually there, the website for people to get more information. If you think your business could apply for this, what's your final word of encouragement for people watching right now who are hopeful?
Yes. Well, we have regular competitions, and the one that is going on now, I think, is particularly relevant for Kenya. It's called the Renewable Energy and Adaptation to Climate Change Technologies. We had to find a way to make it react. And it's capitalized at $20 million. And it has a special focus for the arid and semi-arid regions in Kenya. And I think it's very relevant for given the current drought over there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for that. So if you're a business that thinks that you have the potential, you have a good business idea, you can raise some of the capital, but you need support, please do get in touch with the fund. Thank you so much, Andre, for joining us on Sunday Live. Now, residents of Wajir County have appealed to the government to rush to their aid following prolonged drought in the area. We've just been talking about semi-arid areas, of course. Now, the appeal comes at a time when the Kenya Red Cross Society has warned that 2.1 million people in arid parts of the country, including counties of Mandera, Turkana, Wajir, Baringo and Marsabit, are facing a serious threat. Abdi Osman has the details.